Here's how the Pacers stole game one from the Knicks. At the end of the game, Indiana just kept raining threes, exposing the Knicks' exhausted defense. The Pacers run an extremely fast-paced offense with a very deep bench, and throughout the game, wore down the Knicks. Towards the end of the game, the Knicks defense kept struggling to get around screens and keeping up with the high-speed Pacers offense. The Pacers as a team used their deep bench to better be able to disperse their minutes, leading them being able to play this fast-paced offense throughout an entire game, and the Knicks, using a smaller bench, weren't able to keep up with the speed and constant onslaught of the Pacers, leading to scoring opportunities the Pacers took advantage of to come back and eventually win. So this of course begs the question of what do the Knicks need to do in game 2 and throughout the series to win? The Pacers get the upper hand the longer the series goes and the more they can wear at the Knicks. This is true for the Knicks, not just for this series, but also if they were to play a next series, they need to get this done in 6, 5 max. And throughout the series to win, the Pacers, they get the upper hand. They have a bigger bench, longer team. They can definitely wear out the Knicks. Come playoff time, having a well-rested team is oftentimes going to make the difference. So what the Knicks need to do is expand the bench. Against the Pacers, you're going to need to expand your bench so your players don't get as exhausted as they did on defense and are able to play at their best in the last few minutes. The Knicks offensively played very well in the last few minutes, but defensively they were missing rotations. They were not going to be able to play at that level with the amount of pace and control the Pacers have in the offense. Something else the Knicks need to do is control the pace as much as possible. On offense, they were able to get long possessions, but on defense, every possession for the Pacers is very quick. With the Knicks, I think they should be expanding the bench. I think two players I would suggest to add to the rotation. And of course, these guys aren't going to play the most meaningful minutes. They're going to play at the end of the third, end of the second, end of the first. Maximize the amount of rest Jalen Brunson, OG Anunoby, Mikal Bridges, Josh Hart, and Karl Anthony Towns get is the first person I would suggest is DeLon Wright. DeLon Wright didn't get him many minutes, but when Brunson went down earlier this season, he got a lot of minutes, and I thought he played very well. He's a very good perimeter defender, which is something that obviously they need against Indiana. A very good three-pointing shoot team, a very high-volume three-point shooting team. I think DeLon Wright's perimeter defense and rebounding, ending possessions for the Pacers, stopping fast breaks, and the Pacers doing quick runs, super important. And Precious Achiuwa, very similar reasons. Not for his perimeter defense, but for his interior defense. You need to get Cat off the floor more often. You need another big there. I think he is very good for rebounding as well. The Pacers, once they get rebounds, they run the floor, they run fast. That's why I think rebounding is so crucial against them. Mitchell Robinson, you saw the difference he made in this game. Karl Anthony Towns had a great game as well. Obviously, it didn't come to fruition, but there's still good signs for the Knicks, like Karl Anthony Towns and Mitchell Robinson. So I believe those players are going to be absolutely huge against these teams, and I think expanding the bench and adding those two, I think even if Precious had a bad series last year against Indiana, which he did, I think he still should get some minutes. Not the amount of minutes he got last year. That was obviously a different scenario because of injuries, but he should still get some minutes. But I think just giving these two burn at the end of quarters to maximize the Stars' rest can be absolutely crucial against a deep, fast-paced Pacers team. I think Thibs needs to make these adjustments, and I think that's something that will be crucial for the Knicks if they want to win this series and if they want to win it in 5 or 6. So let me know in the comments, what do you think? Do you think the Knicks should expand their bench? Do you think they should choose other players? Or do you think they should just run back what they did? Pacers won't shoot like that again. You think they played a fine game? And what do you think the Pacers should do, to make it so they don't have to come back like that, come out to an early lead and not have to make a miraculous comeback like that? Because obviously, it's happened a few times in this playoffs, but that's obviously not a sustainable approach. So yeah, just let me know what you think.